Previously on One Mic, One Game.
And he's going to take 3 influence away from me, so I will go back down to 10, and he's going to cause me to discard a card, and I'm going to get 6 influence taken away from me, so that bumps me down to 9 from 15. Lovely. He's going to make me discard 3 cards, and he's going to get 3 influence, so let's give him the influence right now. Okay, so he's going to get 6 more influence. That brings him up to 25. And he's going to give me 6 corruption, so that bumps me down to 3. Very nice. Thank you, Snake. He's going to gain 3. And I'm going to lose 3, so I am down to 0. You cannot get below 0 in this game. There's no negative points. And the game continues even when you hit 0. So there was 1 of each. He's going to keep that card for the next round. Oh man, and then there's going to be 2 cards with 2 blues. Awesome. Let me see, do I have any discard here? I do not. Oh man, influence 7. All right, let's, hopefully I'll pull something good. So I'm going to do a draw 2. And a draw 2 is exactly what it sounds like. You're just going to draw that many number of cards from your draw deck. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This card actually has a raise ability on it, so I'm going to spend the 1 blue for the raise on that. Yeah, I'm going to raise the green gem. That's going to end my turn. So let me clean these out and decide what I want to keep. And this would be easy. All right, so I'm going to keep these 2. I will discard that and deal up to 6 cards. I did not get that second green one. Aspirant's turn. He's going to punch me in the gut on this action here. So I need to discard 2. And which 2? Well, oh, I want to keep that though. That would get a card out of his hand. That would help me out, actually. With that being said, all right, so I'll discard these 2, and I'll keep these. And because he has a card in his hand, he's going to get 2 influence per gem, so that's going to bump him up to 32. Yikes. Okay, that card is discarded. I still have this card in my raise area, and it is my turn. I am definitely going to play the green gem to make him discard 1. That gives me an influence of 2. I am at a whopping 2 total. Awesome. And I will play the red card on the influence 7, so that bumps me up to 9. That's nice. No, I'll discard that. Okay, so that's my turn. Oh, very nice. And need to shuffle. Excellent. Okay, the Aspirant's turn. He gets Treachery, and that will cause me to discard 2. I'll discard these 2. I'm going to try and prep for the next round after this one. And I have 4 red gems total, so I'm going to spend these on Masquerade. The card will come out. And I'm going to hold on to these 2, and these will get discarded. So let's hope I get something good here. 1, 2. Nope, didn't get the card I was hoping for. So our good friend here, it's his turn. He's going to this game could be ending very soon here for me. He's going to get 6 more influence. That brings him up to 38. Good gravy. That gets discarded. Well, I didn't get that second green that I wanted. I'm going to play the red on influence, which will give me 7. Nice. Okay, so that bumps me up to 16. I don't think I explained this, but in the power cards, there's a triangle here, which is basically a wild. So it's a green, red, or blue gem. And sometimes you'll see a cost that is a triangle as well. You can pay for this card with any 3 colored gems as long as you have the quantity. You're good to go. So I'm going to spend the 2 blue and a green on this to purchase that. I will again, I really want this raise to happen, so I'm going to hold on to that, clean up my play area here. Again, lots of ability cards, not too much. All right, got to shuffle, and I need one more card. Ah, that's the one I was looking for. Okay, the Aspirant's turn. Okay, so he's going to gain 3 influence, so that brings him to 41. And he gives me 3 corruption, so that brings me down to 13. Let me see, what did I have under there? A green one. I've been waiting for it to come out. Oh, hold on, I've got to draw 2 here. So let's spend the red on the draw 2. Maybe something else good will come out that will change my mind. Then what card will I raise? Well, now if I raise, I'm going to get rid of a card that I don't want to... Oh, no, I could do Oath. That's fine. This was a... Yeah, that's a gem. Okay. Oh, excellent. So then I can do that. All right, so I'm going to spend the 2. And this is a case where I'm not spending a gem to go into the raise. So now that I have 2 cards in here, I'm going to take advantage of this immediately. I'm going to use Oath as my foundation card, and then the green gem will come out, with that, which I can use immediately. Well, at least I'll get some points, but I'll use that for discard 1, influence 2. So that'll give me 2 influence, and man, I'd really like to save this card. It's only 1 red. All right, so I'm going to save that, and let's discard. And Aspirant's turn. All right, so I need the discard 2. I definitely want to use that. This could come in handy. I've got a wild here. All right, so let's discard that. I'll discard a blue. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. That gets discarded, and it is my turn. I will, before I forget on what my plan was, I'll spend a red, a green, and a blue on Fiefdom. I'll prevent him from gaining a card in his hand. I don't want to purchase that because the brothel is going to wind up with him. He's going to get 6 points from that. So I will, yeah, I'll spend the red on this for influence 7. So that bumps me up to 22. And I'm going to hold on to the wild gem there. Okay. Oop, I used that. Yep. Nice. I'll have to shuffle up again. You can see how fast you go through your deck here. Okay, what do I have? 4. Let's see. All right, so this comes down. He's going to make me discard a single card. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna discard that card, and you'll see why here in a moment. Okay, so it is my turn. So, it is my turn. I'm gonna use this as a green, and I'm gonna pay for Fiefdom here. So that's going to give me a draw 2 and an influence of 4. So I'll draw 2. I'll give myself the influence of 4, which will bump me up to 26. I'm going to play Masquerade. So that will be a discard 2, which doesn't do anything, but that gives me an influence of 6. So that bumps me up to 32, and this is going to be a new activation ability here. So some of the abilities are triggered by red background items. In this particular case, it has text on it, which would be an ability. This one has a guild symbol. So if you look up here in the top right corner of all the favor cards, you'll see guild symbols. There's 5 different ones in the game. You can see that if I played a shield guild card, then I would gain this action during the action phase anytime. Even if I were to like draw it and then I saw that I had it and I played it then, anytime this trigger happens when you play your card, you are going to get the result of that. So in this case, I played, and you can't trigger it off the same card, but I did play a shield here, which will trigger this, which will give me an influence of 5. So that bumps me up to 37. No, okay, so I'll play the red here, which will give me seal and influence 3. So I'm up to 40 now. The ability seal means that you can take any favor card in your play area. It cannot be gems, but any favor card that you have played in your play area, you can take it in what they call seal, where you put it off to the side. I'm going to take this card and I'm going to seal it, and it stays face up. And you can have multiple cards in your seal area. What happens from there on, at any time during your next turn or thereafter, you can what they call break the seal on your seal cards, and you can actually pull those into your hand. Or another rule with seal is, if I were to break this seal on a card and play it this round, I cannot seal a card that was just unsealed. Getting back to the game, I got my influence of 3, which bumps me up to 40. I'm within 1 point now, and I sealed the Masquerade card that I played out here. So I have I have a green and a blue remaining. And I like this privilege card, so I think I'm gonna purchase this. Oops, sorry there, Snake, I bumped you in the head. I'm gonna purchase this with my remaining card. That's gonna slide down. Very good, I think that was a good round. The green one stays out there. I know this is kind of late into the game. This particular mat, I only have it set up like this to make it easier for the camera to see everything and keep everything centered within frame. But normally you can see that you have a seal area here, a play area, you even have your raise area here when you're playing. Okay, moving right along. All right, so he's gonna pull down Brothel. That's gonna give him 6 influence, so that's gonna bump him up to 47. He's only 13 away from possibly winning the game. That will get discarded. And let's see here. Let's see if I can possibly close this gap. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna draw 2. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was what I was hoping was gonna pop up there. Okay, so then I'm gonna spend the red on influence 7, so that bumps me up to 47. It is now a tie game for the time being. Oh man, I should have played that first. Well, I'll explain that here. I think I'm gonna take this action. I'll do that. Okay, so I'm gonna pay the blue for wealth. And that gives me a manipulation of 1 and influence of 3. So let me give myself the influence and explain what manipulation is. So what manipulation is, it's usually followed by a number. And that allows you to go through your discard pile. In this case, it's manipulation 1. And you can take any 1 card out of your discard pile, and then you can put it on top of your draw pile. So I've taken the double red gems there because those are pretty rare, and I put that on there. And that explains manipulation. So back to the game. He's got Gossip there. I could prevent him from getting points from buying that from him. So this for discard 1, it doesn't affect him, but it gives me another 2 influence. That brings me to 52. And then I will spend the green and the blue on Gossip here. So let's see if anything good comes out. Plain, that's a good card. Unfortunately, the battery ran out on my wireless mic, and the rest of my audio dropped out. So I'm going to try and fill in the missing words for the remainder of this game, which is only a few more minutes from what I remember. So let's get going here. Finishing up my turn, and I'm here with 52 influence, and I think I might have the game wrapped up at this point. I'm probably saying something to that effect, and oop, almost dropped my cards there. I'm hoping that I get the right influence cards to come out, I believe. So deal up to 6. So it is the snake's turn. He has double blue, so I need to discard 2 cards from my hand. I think at this point I'm figuring out how I can get the most influence, and I'm saying that even though I'm going to discard discoveries, which is 7 influence, there's a reason why I'm going to do that. So I'm going to discard that with the blue card. I'm going to break the seal on Masquerade, and there's a reason for that. So I'm going to play draw 2, which helps me out even more, I think. I can get influence 4 there with that card, but I'm going to play 2 green on fiefdom, which allows me to draw 2 and get an influence of 4 up to 56. And because I played a guild card with the shield, that is going to give me an additional 5 influence, which has me ending the game on this round. I don't think the snake's going to be able to beat me, so I'm going to play a blue card. I think I said something to the effect of I'm going to take this guy to the cleaners while I can. So I played the blue card on privilege, which gives me another 4. I'm at 65. Can't remember. Oh yes, I'm going to play the seal card. And here I'm going to explain that even though there's 2 gems here and I'm only using 1 to activate this ability, you can use the other gem on other cards. It's not lost, even though I'm not using it on this one particular card. So in this case, I played the red card, which is a seal 1 and I think an influence 2. So I seal the card and, oh, influence 3. So I give myself the 3, I'm at 68 influence. You'll see here in a moment, I'm gonna kind of breeze over this, will give me the game. So he's gonna bring down a single red for archive, which is only, again, this, since it's corruption, the end of the game has been triggered, it actually goes toward influence. So he's gonna get the 3 influence for this, and that will bump him up to 50 influence. That card gets discarded. I'm not even gonna bother dealing myself a new hand. The snake with 50 points and 1 mic, 1 game with 68. I am 1 for 1 on this game. So the one ability that didn't come up during play that I want to just go over here real quick is Foresight. So Foresight is followed by a number, and what that allows you to do is it allows you to draw that many cards off the top of your draw pile. You're allowed to look at those cards, and then from that point you can rearrange those cards however you want. You can put them back on top of your draw pile, or you can actually discard any number of those cards, keeping what you want and putting those on top of your discard pile. So once again, I want to thank you for joining me for this solo playthrough of Ausonia against the snake. I'd like to play against the other aspirants and possibly do solo playthroughs of that. I know the snake is probably a little bit of an easier aspirant to play against. I know there are definitely harder ones in the game. I absolutely love this game. This is like the surprise hit for me of 2021. I keep calling it the Res Arcana of 2021 for me. If you like that game, I highly recommend trying this one out. If you happen to notice that I stated a rule incorrectly or I missed something, I usually will put some text up on the screen pointing out my mistakes. Please feel free to point that out in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, feel free to leave a thumbs down. Just tell me why. Until then, hit the notification bell and happy gaming.